You might be a YA librarian if
you went to the midnight premiere of Breaking Dawn Part 2.
Welcome to another Q&A the Librarian Way. My name's Emily with theknowminglibrarian.com.
And I'm Julia from Sunbeam Yellow.
This week's question is how to promote classics in your library. We kind of thought it'd be a fun topic since The Hobbit is coming out next week. So again, I'm going to give you a public library tips and tricks, and Julia's going to hit you up with some ideas for school libraries.
A new trend right now with young adult authors is to take classic books and kind of turn them into contemporary versions. And so if you want your students to pick up classics, you should really jump on that bandwagon and pair a classic book with a more contemporary retelling of that book. And there are so many out there right now. One of the most popular books in my library this year is Romeo's Ex, Rosalind's Story by Lisa Fiedler, which is just another Romeo and Juliet story told from another point of view. Students have loved this and it goes along so well with the play. I also have Lady Macbeth's Daughter by Lisa Klein, and of course the Kenneth Oppel new series that has come out about Victor Frankenstein. So take these books, display them, pair them together, and students will be interested.
One fun way to promote the classics in your library is to bring in technology. And this can be a little time consuming, but it's really worth the effort. Consider making book trailers for classics that you know teens might be interested in. The new books that are coming out, publishers are already making those book trailers. So create book trailers for older books that maybe aren't moving off your shelf, and especially those classics that you really hope kids will try someday.
Let's be honest, most of our students are not going to read a classic book unless we really encourage them to do so. So as silly as it may sound, as simple as it may sound, you just need to keep talking about classics and bringing them up in conversation with your students. If your students really love Edward and Bella and Jacob, then talk to them about Mr. Darcy and Elizabeth. If your students are really into, horror and suspense, then bring up Edgar Allan Poe with them. Use those books in displays, use those authors in displays, and in conversation, just as you would with more contemporary young adult literature. And you can also incorporate some passive programming into your school library, like having the students create a contemporary cover for a classic book, or creating a song title list of songs that they think would go along with the classic book. Just some neat passive ways to get students more interested in the classics.
One thing my library really loves to do is library-wide programming, getting the children's department, the reference department, the teen department involved in a program that meets all ages that come into your library. With The Hobbit coming out, we're having a Middle-earth Day. So we're having scavenger hunts, crafts, activities, books, book quotes, everything that we can pull into the original story, the integrity of the story, but kind of promote it in a fun new way. So try library-wide events that gets everybody involved. It's fun for the staff of the library, and the community really loves it as well. And it really connects readers who maybe aren't familiar with the books that you're talking about to some really great stories that everybody should read.
Well, thanks for watching this week's episode. We hope that you found some ideas for incorporating classics into your school or public library. Next week, I will be back with a short video on how to use books to make Christmas presents.
And the following week, we're going to go over our favorite books of 2012. As always, if you have any additional comments, suggestions, we'd love to hear them. Just put them down below, and we will see you in a week.
Bye.
Hey Julia, who are you checking out?
I'm checking out Beyond by Graham McNamee. This is about high school student Jane, who it looks like she's trying to commit suicide, but actually her shadow is trying to kill her. Emily, who are you checking out?
I'm checking out Poison by Bridget Zinn. It's about a girl who's a potioner, and she has a vision that the kingdom is going to be destroyed, so she's trying to kill the princess right now. So pretty cool. I'm really liking it.
A lot of death this week.
A lot of death. See you next week.
Bye.